Well, the Second Amendment saves the day again here in Texas. Check this out from Blaze Media. Gun-toting pregnant woman and her husband turned the tables on an armed felon thug who attacked and threatened them. She said she's never been happier to be a gun carrier. This is a fantastic story as you see footage of this woman who's 9 months along holding this thug at gunpoint on the ground. We have some video for you. I think you like this story. Check this out.
Woman 9 months pregnant and her husband shot an armed stranger who was attacking them in North Houston, a convenience store parking lot last night.
The entire incident was caught on camera. ABC 13's Shannon Ryan joins us live from the store on Fulton near Berry Road. Shannon, what's the latest there?
Well, this really is just a bizarre incident. That woman who's due in about 2 weeks says she was here in the store's parking lot when two armed strangers approached her. She says they were trying to pick a fight. You might call it a mother's instinct.
No, they were not taking on my baby daddy before July 11th.
This woman, who is 9 months pregnant, and her husband asked we conceal their identities, fearing retaliation.
No, it's scary.
After they shot a man seen attacking them in this surveillance video in the parking lot of the All Seasons food store off Fulton Tuesday night.
Thank God. I've never been happier to be a gun carrier.
Still, she says guns were what first tipped her off to trouble. She noticed two men had them in the store's parking lot when she tried to drop off food for her husband, who works inside.
The guy in the passenger seat of the silver car got out with an AR, and told me that I startled him.
When her husband came outside, that man with a rifle got into this green Dodge Charger, eventually driving off. But the silver SUV...
What were these thugs doing outside of the store with guns, hanging out with rifles? What the heck?
Driver, also armed, continued threatening the couple.
3 times he repeated that.
Yeah.
You want to die tonight. You want to die tonight. You think this is a game. You think this is to play with. And that's when he pistol whipped me right there.
Both husband and wife opened fire on the man, since identified by Houston.
Look at that thug right there. Sorry if I'm offending you snowflakes out there, but he is a thug. He's a felon. I mean, this guy looks like trouble.
Police says Mario Duque, a convicted felon who isn't allowed to have guns. The couple held him at gunpoint as he begged for his own life until help arrived.
The bystander told him, hey, man, if you think you're dying, you might as well
Pray to God.
Pray to God for forgiveness.
Duque is still in the hospital this evening. He's facing aggravated assault and weapons charges. Live in North Houston, Shannon Ryan, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, the scumbag is still in the hospital as of the timing of this video from Houston. So the thug is still in the hospital for being a moron, pulling a gun out on a stranger, a woman who's 9 months along, and her husband. And these two are carrying guns. I mean, look, she said you're not taking the father of her kid. No way. So she was in full protective family mode. You're not taking my husband away. You're not taking my child away from me or myself. You're not taking my life. Now, justice was served. I like that justice was served in that moment right there. Now, if you remember this story, also in Houston, another thug walking in somewhere, holding people up at gunpoint. It was a fake gun, but he was still robbing people, taking their money away, and he lost his life for being stupid.
Change. New details involving this dramatic shooting inside a Houston restaurant. Police now identifying the would-be robber as 30-year-old Eric Eugene Washington. Late Thursday night, Eric barged into this taqueria off South Gessner wearing all black, a ski mask and gloves, demanding money from customers while holding what police would later call a fake plastic gun. Then this man taking action, shooting Eric 8 times as he heads to the door. Then once more, while on the ground, killing him.
Thank God no one else was hurt.
The restaurant owner and workers calling this man a hero. returning the stolen money to customers and leaving in an old pickup truck before police.
I like how he finished his drink before he walked out. But look, I will do some. Look, the guy was not arrested. I mean, after it happened, he wasn't charged with anything. I don't know what the status is right now. I will look into it, and I'll update you guys on it. But job well done to these people. They use the Second Amendment to their advantage. This is why we have it, to protect ourselves from thugs and losers out to cause trouble. Now, this is probably one of my favorite videos of all time. I will not play the entire thing because it shows some violent stuff going on. But this thug, or this loser, whatever you want to call him, walks to a California liquor store and tries to rob the place. And the 80-year-old owner shot him. And this guy ran off screaming like a little girl. Check this out. I'll play the second half of this video. All right, so at this point, one thug is inside the store already. So that means the second one is getting out of the car. He said he shot my arm off. He shot my arm off. Oh, man. That was one of my favorite videos of all time because the guy came in there. They came ready to rob the store. And 80-year-old man said, we're not doing this today. And put out his shotgun and bam. And the guy ran away screaming. He shot my arm off. Oh, look. This is a perfect example of the old saying, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Look, I know it's said a lot, but these types of things happen because you're being stupid. Look, get a job. Get a job, go to work, start a business, whatever you want to do, and stop messing with people's lives. And then this is what happens when you underestimate people. You underestimated this old man. You didn't know he was going to be inside there with the shotgun pointing at you. And you get your arm blown off. According to the thug. Yes, they are thugs and they're losers. And they should be in jail. They should be locked up for life. These people don't need to be on the streets. But I love hearing stories like this. We see things like this in Florida. It happens a lot in red states where we have people defending themselves against these losers. But in California was a perfect example. The Second Amendment was at play there. So thank goodness that these people were armed and ready to take on these threats. And look, I'm a gun carrier myself. I love seeing stories like this because it shows that people are not going to allow themselves to fall to stupidity. We have to fight back. Well, look, especially if you're in a state like California, when there are a lot of places out there where law enforcement is vilified, and other places like New York, and a lot of times their hands are tied, and you have these crazy DAs and crazy governors, but sometimes you have to take things into your own hands. And even in Texas is a gun-loving state, and this is why so many people carry out here, is because we want to protect ourselves from these types of things. But it's important. Be alert, be vigilant, and don't let your guard down no matter where you are. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.